Bonjour tout le monde, Alissa ici avec une autre vidéo de slow fashion, and yes, a French intro because it is part 2 of snagging French girl style but the slow fashion way. So there was such a great response from last week's video. I will link it up here and in the description box below if you missed it, but there was so much to cover, so I thought today I could do a little bit of a combo since it is the second Sunday of the month. I will talk about the wardrobe essentials that I found were really the repeated foundations as I was doing my research for my last French girl style video, and of course these were confirmed by my wonderful collaborator on this, Veronique, a wonderful viewer. Then I've got a short list of ethical brands who really emulate that French chic style. I will finish it off with a list of Instagrammers and YouTubers that I follow who again continue to inspire and give me a lot of great outfit ideas. And to finish it off, I will do one outfit envy recreation. So that's where I take an inspirational look and I recreate it by shopping my own closet and using what I already have. And of course, it is a French girl chic appropriate look. So there's a lot to cover. And oh my gosh, hello and welcome for those of you who are new. Every week I talk about slow fashion with a heavy focus on the principles of minimalism. So using and loving what you already have and making smart shopping decisions so that you can create a closet full of pieces that you actually love and wear. So if that sounds like your jam, hit subscribe below. I post every Sunday. And for those of you who are coming back, big hello to you and thank you so much for coming back and watching. Let's jump on into part 2 of French girl style, and I think there will be a part 3 because I'd like to touch also on the whole natural makeup and hair and nails, so I think a part 3 is necessary. But anyway, you let me know what you think in the comments below. Let's jump on in. As with all essentials videos, I don't think I would ever say that you absolutely need these pieces in your closet, but these are the pieces that I found were always on repeat when I was researching iconic French women's style. So here they are. The first is a well-tailored blazer, and I think this is a given because a blazer is a piece that instantly adds polish and really elevates a look. A classic button-down shirt, my absolute favorite, is also another piece on the list of French woman essentials. If you're not a fan of the button-down shirt because of fit, I totally get it. It can be a little bit more tricky. However, I always like to invest in menswear button-downs or shirts like my Power of My People shirt. That way I have a little bit more room. I think the tailoring is so important and the fit. And I think this is another tenet of slow fashion and French girl style is that they appreciate a quality fit and fabric. A tailored trouser, and I should also say this could be the equivalent of a tailored skirt, like a pencil skirt, if trousers aren't your thing. The whole point around this piece though is that it's clean, sleek, classic, and adds a little bit of structure to a non-denim look. I added a silk shirt to really emphasize the importance French women place on quality fabrics. Silk drapes really beautifully, it's a natural fiber, so it also looks a little bit luxe. And this is a piece that can be totally dependent on you and your personal style. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a silk button down, it could just be a silk camisole. Like a lot of these pieces, this one is incredibly versatile and can really be tailored and suited to your personal taste and your body type. La Marinière, I included the classic French striped sweater because if you think about it, the classic stripe is one of the few patterns that French women will sport. And I think this makes total sense because it's classic, it's a clean, nice, sleek visual, and yet it does still add a little bit of personality. Actually, I lie. Second, or maybe first to my favorite button down is denim. I love that French girls love their denim because I do too. A lot of the lists online that I was looking at as I was researching said that it had to be a skinny or a straight leg, but really, I mean, I think a lot of French girl style is just about being confident and comfortable in what you're wearing. So Wear what suits you and rock it. The key is that you're wearing denim in a very effortless and casual chic way. A beautiful pair of flats. A toe that is not too pointy, not too round. There is a really nice structure to it. You'll often find French women, no matter kind of what ensemble they're wearing, their shoes will usually be on point and good quality. In line with the footwear is a beautiful handbag. And I thought this was so interesting when Véronique, my wonderful viewer and collaborator on this, she said that oftentimes women in France will look at the bag and the shoes before the rest of the outfit. So in terms of a bag that suits the French girl style, I don't think it's about logos, it's not about being on trend, but it is about a high quality fabric or material and design. Véronique suggested this next one, and it's a watch, and not just any watch, but a higher end or higher quality watch that a French woman will wear throughout any scenario and any occasion, even during more formal events in the evening. And I thought this was so cool because a watch is something incredibly personal and can provide such a nice statement every single day. When it comes to dresses, French women tend to gravitate towards the wrap dress, and I would definitely say it's an essential in their closet. This makes so much sense to me because a wrap dress is universally flattering and so incredibly versatile. I mean, you can wear it dressed up with a heel and some beautiful jewelry, or you can wear it with a pair of espadrilles on the weekend, which probably should be another essential. All right, moving right along to our little list of French ethical brands. I'm going to link to all of their websites below so that you can easily find them. None of these brands have sponsored or paid for me to mention them. I just discovered some of them recently, or, you know, because I do like the aesthetic of a French style, and I actually haven't tried any of these. So, you know, proceed with caution, and if you've had any experience with any of these brands, then please share in the comments below. But from where I'm sitting and from the research that I did, they do look really spot on in terms of their conscious values and their beautiful French style ethic. So, okay, sorry, I lied. Now we can get into it. Okay, first brand is Balzac, and they are very similar in aesthetic to Cézanne. Very beautiful, soft, French-inspired, feminine pieces, but they actually show the breakdown of where their clothes are made, and the majority, I think over 98%, is produced in the European Union. They also use sustainable materials, and they try and reuse their dead stock, which I think are all great qualities for building a sustainable brand. L'Envers is up next, and this is a company that focuses on knitwear. A little bit more on the casual side as well, but I think their pieces are very classic. L'Envers focuses on very slow production, so they don't over-manufacture, their collections are very small. They're actually doing a collaboration with a Canadian-based company called The Garment, and The Garment is actually an incredible opportunity for you to connect with ethical brands, and their sizing is always very inclusive. So I'll link to The Garment below actually as well, because I think it's just such a great concept for discovering new ethical brands. Up next is Les Sublimes, which I think was actually a recommendation from one of you, so thank you so much for that. I've absolutely fallen in love with this brand. They have jewelry, footwear, handbags, as well as garments. Their pieces are super timeless. Everything seems to have a very flattering and thoughtful quality about it. A lot of their materials, including for their jewelry, are made out of recycled materials. And get this, they offer almost carbon neutral shipping. I didn't even know that was a thing. That's pretty amazing. And on top of that, I checked out some of their sizing, and it does seem to be pretty inclusive, which is awesome. Imparfait is another, it's incredibly curated vintage, and I feel like I'm starting to use the word curated a little bit too much. It definitely has a more hippie chic feel, but I do think these items could be incorporated into a French wardrobe. And of course, because it's vintage, you're really looking at promoting a circular economy. Okay, who to follow? I would be probably laughed off of YouTube if I did not mention Justine Leconte, who is, I'm sure all of you watch her, and if you don't, I would definitely recommend visiting her channel ASAP because it is full of incredible wisdom. She is French, and in fact, on top of that, she's a designer. So she goes really in depth with clothing construction and fit and making smart shopping decisions. She just has that wonderful French sensibility, and she is an absolute pleasure to watch. You'll love Audrey Coyne if you love French style and that beautiful elegance that comes with it. Audrey's channel is full of style and lifestyle tips to really, I find, enjoy life in a very elegant and beautiful way. She is so easy to listen to, and she brings out such a warmth and grace that I think is really hard to find in a YouTube channel. When it comes to Instagram, I really like Lina Ose. She's based in Paris, but has a very interesting twist on typical French style. So she takes classic pieces, but incorporates a lot of color, really cool accessorizing with belts and playing with silhouettes. So she is not exactly your quintessential French girl style, but I love her take on it. I also love the account French Girl Daily, and this is because it's just a compilation of whatever French girl style is out there. So this is a really fun way to discover French girl style Instagrammers, even if they don't have a huge following. Léa Svez is another very typical French girl. She's got a little bit more edge to her outfits, and although she wears a lot of just basic classic pieces, the way she styles them really adds that little bit of kind of daring that French women have. Finally, Elborn Doris is a Korean expat who lives in Paris. She also has her own line of clothing, so I just love her style. But she also incorporates a lot of trousers and non-denims. Oh my gosh, are you still here? It is shop your closet time. I feel like this is probably going to be one of my longest videos ever. Shop your closet. I took a look from Elborn Doris. I loved this outfit. I thought it didn't incorporate denim. I know a lot of you had asked, especially with the summer months coming, a more summer inspired look. So if you've been watching for a while, you know that when I see an outfit I like, I break it down, I reverse engineer it into elements that I can actually control. The first one being the style vibe. Since we are already in the realm of French effortless chic, we've already gone over that, and I'm going to jump right into the silhouette and proportion, which is the second large factor that I look at and really try to break down. So here, if we're looking at this outfit, she's got a really nice mix of silhouettes. She's got a nice boxy blazer paired with a nice flowy feminine skirt. So she's got two very distinct and different silhouettes happening, but the reason why they work is that they're so well balanced. And this is a big part of proportion, and something that I mentioned in my last video, that I think French girl style is always very well balanced in some way, shape, or form. Next, I look at the styling hacks, and this has everything to do with how someone's wearing something and not necessarily what it is they're wearing. The styling hack that is providing the most impactful statement with this outfit here is the juxtaposition of a beautiful cream monochrome base with the pop of contrasting black as the blazer. Next, she's wearing her blazer as a cape and not a coat, and although this seems like the tiniest, silliest detail, it does make a big difference. I think when you've just thrown on a blazer, it kind of makes your whole look feel a little bit more effortless. The other thing that she's doing here is really playing with texture, and that's something else that I found was really important in kind of replicating that French girl style, no matter what your outfit is, because if you're always wearing neutrals, then really you've got to use that texture to create a more interesting outfit. Now that we've gone and broken down that outfit, I'm going to shop my closet for this look and see what I can come up with. All right, so here I have my base outfit that I put together. I've got just a simple cotton t-shirt. This is from MS.BELTEMPO. Now hers in the inspiration is a crew neck, and I think that does probably suit the outfit a little bit better. It's a little bit more boyish, a bit more gamine, which is very French style chic, but the only crew neck t-shirt I have has a big red heart on the bottom, and I just didn't think that would suit the look. And also, V-necks suit me a little bit better. Then my beautiful vintage cream skirt. No, these don't exactly match, and no, that's not important. It'll be fine. It's all in the same kind of monochrome palette, and once you put the blazer on, I think you'll see that the distinction between the two doesn't really, like, it doesn't throw off the look. The way she's tied the scarf seems pretty basic. I just turned mine into a triangle. Her scarf has a little bit more of a contrast than mine, but mine is still in the beige family, and while I would like it to have a little bit more of a contrast to pull in the blazer, this is literally the only scarf I have that is the right size for this look. So I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna pop this on. Okay, so here is my interpretation of Elborn Doris's French look. I added my little metallic silver loafers. They have a little bit more of a heel than her, but I think they still give that kind of menswear but feminine vibe because they're in a lighter color, and even though they're metallic, they do still work with my palette because it is kind of a muted silver. Like, they're not dark. I think that was what was key and important. I added my blazer. My purse is actually a metallic gold leather, and I think it actually still works really well. It's not cream, but it still blends in really nicely with the monochrome material. And when you look at the outfit as a whole, even with the two metallics fairly close together, it really doesn't have a huge impact. I think this is actually a really beautiful look, and I can definitely see myself wearing this in the summer, except, you know, wearing the blazer like a normal human, because I don't know how anyone gets anything done wearing a blazer like this, really. So that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you are still here. I know that was a long one. If you learned something new, give this video a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't already, and if you have any suggestions or anything you'd like to see in part 3, let me know in the comments below. I will be so happy to start researching and working on that for you. In the meantime, I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week, a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I will be back with another slow fashion video. Thank you so much for watching. Au revoir, bisous!